Learning objectives. At the end of this topic, you will be able to understand measuring line segments, right and straight angles, acute, obtuse and reflex angles, and perpendicular lines. We can see so many line segments in different figures. For example, a square is made of 4, a triangle is made of 3 line segments. Measurement of one end to the other end is called length. We can measure any 2 line segments in 3 different ways. First, we compare by observation. Look at the 2 lines. One is longer than the other. But this is not possible always. Now look at the 2 lines PQ and RS. By observation, it looks the same, but they are different in lengths. Here we use another method of comparing the line segments. The next method is comparison by tracing. To compare the line segments PQ and RS, trace RS and place the traced segment on PQ. Now you can decide which is longer than the other. Moreover, if you want to compare any other length in the same way, you have to trace another line segment. This is difficult to trace the length every time. So we go to the next method, comparison using ruler and divider. You can use these instruments in your instrument box. Look at the ruler. It is divided into 10 parts. Each of these 10 parts is of length 1 centimeter. Each centimeter is divided into 10 subparts. Each subpart of the division of a centimeter is 1 millimeter. Draw a line AB. Place the 0 mark of the ruler at A. Read the mark against B. This gives the length of AB. Simply we write it as AB is equal to 4.5 centimeters. Depending upon the thickness of the ruler, this also may cause difficulties in reading off the marks on it. To avoid this problem, we use divider to measure the length. Open the divider. Place the endpoints of one of its arms at A and the endpoints of the second arm at B. While lifting the divider, do not disturb it. Lift the divider and place it on the ruler. Ensure that one endpoint is at the 0 mark of the ruler. Now read the mark against the other endpoint. Right and straight angles. We know the directions in geography. There are 4 main directions. They are north, N, south, S, east, E, and west, W. In India, Jammu and Kashmir is in the north, Tamil Nadu in south. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Now you will learn a few properties about angles. Stand facing the north, then turn clockwise to east. Now you have turned through a right angle. Again, by a right angle turn, clockwise from east you face the south direction. If you turn by a right angle in the anti-clockwise direction from south, you face east. If you turn 2 right angles from north, you face south. The turn from north to south is by 2 right angles. It is called a straight angle. To turn from north to south, you took a straight angle turn. Again, to turn from south to north, you took another straight angle turn in the same direction. Thus, turning by 2 straight angles, you reach your original position. Acute, obtuse, and reflex angles. You have learned what is meant by a right angle and a straight angle. However, not all the angles we come across are one of these 2 kinds. Look at the angle made by a ladder with the wall or with the floor. It's neither a right angle nor a straight angle. An angle smaller than a right angle is called an acute angle. If an angle is larger than a right angle but less than a straight angle, it's called an obtuse angle. If an angle which is larger than a straight angle is called reflex angle. We can measure angles in degrees. We call our measure as degree measure. One complete revolution is divided into 360 equal parts. Each part is a degree. So, there are 360 degrees in one full rotation. We write it as 360 degree. The curved edge is divided into 180 equal parts. Each part is equal to a degree. The markings start from 0 degree on the right side and ends with 180 degrees on the left side and vice versa. If you want to measure an angle PQR, place the protractor so that the midpoint as shown in the figure of its straight edge lies on the vertex Q of the angle. Adjust the protractor so that QR is along the straight edge of the protractor. There are two scales on the protractor. Read that scale which has the 0 degree mark coinciding with the straight edge, that is, with the ray QR. The mark shown by QP on the curved edge gives the degree measure of the angle. We write M angle PQR is equal to 50 degree, or simply angle PQR is equal to 50 degree. Perpendicular line. When two lines intersect and the angle between them is a right angle, then the lines are said to be perpendicular. If a line NM is perpendicular to AB, we write NM perpendicular to AB. Summary. Let's summarize the topic. The distance between the endpoints of a line segment is its length. A graduated ruler and the divider are useful to compare lengths of line segments. When a hand of a clock moves from one position to another position, we have an example for an angle. One full turn of the hand is one revolution. A right angle is 1/4 of a revolution, and a straight angle is half a revolution. We use a protractor to measure the size of an angle in degrees. The measure of a right angle is 90 degrees, and hence that of a straight angle is 180 degrees. An angle is acute if its measure is smaller than that of a right angle, and is obtuse if its measure is greater than that of a right angle and less than a straight angle. A reflex angle is larger than a straight angle. Two intersecting lines are perpendicular if the angle between them is 90 degrees. The perpendicular bisector of a line segment is perpendicular to the line segment that divides it into two equal parts. Triangles can be classified as follows based on their angles. If each angle is acute, then it's called acute-angled triangle. If one angle is a right angle, then it's called right-angled triangle. If one angle is obtuse, then it's called obtuse-angled triangle.